Today on Divorce Court.
I came to divorce court because I want my boyfriend to acknowledge that I'm his girlfriend.
Lyndsey is exaggerating about me not introducing her as my girlfriend.
When Mark doesn't acknowledge me as his girlfriend, it's hurtful.
Lyndsey stalks me through a GPS tracking device that she put on my car.
If Mark and I could communicate better, there would be less arguments and less controlling situations and less cheating.
If the issue is not resolved, then we're gonna both have to just go our separate ways.
I want the judge to tell Mark just to do right by me.
Divorce Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Lindsey Tubbs and Mark Jackson. The two of you have been together for 2 years. You don't have any children together, but you both have children from previous relationships. Ms. Tubbs, I'm going to start with you. You've brought Mr. Jackson here for reasons I suspect are somewhat akin to put a ring on it already. But why don't you tell me what the trouble is in your relationship and why you've come to see me here today?
We've been together for 2 years, and he refuses to admit that I'm his girlfriend and likes to hide me from people.
That's not true.
So true.
Give me some examples that would lead me to believe that's true.
So there was a time where I had gotten a phone call, received a phone call from Mark's friend. In this conversation, she finally got the nerve to ask me if I was his girlfriend. And I said yes, but we were both confused on why he didn't tell her. I'd asked her.
I'm gonna talk to you.
Please stop. No,
I hadn't talked to this
let me-
friend in a year.
That's not true.
Mr. Jackson, I will get
not
to
true.
you. We will not have a good day if it continues like this. We together on that one?
In a year.
I will get to you.
Yes, ma'am.
She had told me that he called me his assistant, and she was confused on why he would hide that from her.
Give me another example.
We go out in public. There was this incident at a club. This girl had grabbed his butt, and I looked at him and I said, if he does not check her, then I will. So he decided to do absolutely nothing. I followed the girl outside and I go, can you please keep your hands to yourself and do not touch my boyfriend's butt? She had no idea that I was his girlfriend. She was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea he had a girlfriend. And she's been to multiple events of ours, and she doesn't know.
2 events.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Mr. Jackson, tell me your version of those events.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so the friend she was referring to who called her, I sent her to her because we hadn't talked in, a few years, and she needed help making the website.
Okay.
Me and Lyndsey, we work together. She does, she handles.
So you referred the friend to speak to her?
Yes. I referred her to speak to Lyndsey, just on some business stuff. Like I wasn't telling her my personal life or anything like that. We hadn't talked in a long time.
Right.
So there's no way that girl would have known that Lyndsey was my girlfriend or anything along those lines.
Exactly. She wouldn't know because you don't tell anybody. You don't even put it on anything. Nobody has any idea.
My closest, everybody in my family knows.
You won't put it on anything. What does that mean? Social media?
He won't talk about it. Okay, well, let's go to his ex-girlfriend that he posted everything about. His whole relationship with her is everywhere. But when it comes to me, he refuses to talk about me. He refuses. He won't acknowledge me. He won't, even when we go in public or when he's introducing me to somebody or introducing me, he's just like, oh, this is Lyndsey. He doesn't say, oh, this is Lyndsey, my girlfriend. This is just Lyndsey.
Hang on. In a second. Before I came out here, I always ask, how's my litigants? And she says, well, she's kind of quiet. She won't say much.
It's not true.
They got that wrong. What is your take on what she's talking about? Is she on your social media? Do you introduce her to your friends?
Yeah, she's on my social media.
In what way?
Every which way you can think of. She stalks all of them. And
such a
every
lie.
time I post something, she's the first person
to comment.
Of course, because
now, Ms. Tubbs, hush.
My friends too. If they post something, or if we're out and they're posting a Snapchat of what's going on currently, she's the first person that's watching.
To comment.
Yeah.
I'm the first to comment because he wants me to be his supporter. He gets mad if I'm not the first person or if I don't vote on something. If I'm not putting my 2 cents in, he gets mad. Hey, did you check this? Hey, did you do that?
Well,
so you can't be hypocritical. You can't be hypocritical in that situation.
I tell her to do that because she'll look at, I know she's the first person to see it, but she'll give me a slick comment. Oh, this girl liked the picture. Oh, you still talking to her? Y'all
Let
are
me
friends
ask you
or
this. Do you
something like
post
that?
pictures of her on your
I
social
have
media?
before.
I have before, but not frequently.
No.
Is what that smile is
He
telling me.
deletes it if he gets mad at me.
Yeah, I talked to somebody the other day whose wife actually got annoyed because her husband didn't post enough pictures of her on social media.
She doesn't
I think
post
that's
a lot
the
of pictures of
stupidest
me.
thing I've ever heard.
I don't even want, I just want to thank you. Like, he posts everybody else. He tells everybody else thank you. He does all these big shout outs for all these other people, but he won't take the time to say anything nice about me. He just pushes me to the side, or he'll take pictures with other females. He won't even ask to take pictures with me. He'll go and find another female
She
to take a
doesn't
picture
like taking
with.
pictures. She's told
It
me
doesn't
she
matter,
doesn't
but
like taking
he
pictures.
wants to,
She's
he is
not
It doesn't
photogenic.
matter. If you tell a man you don't like taking pictures,
he
he doesn't
goes-
take. Don't
he-
interrupt me
Sorry.
again. I'll put you both out. I don't need this. If you tell a man you don't like taking pictures, then he doesn't take your picture. But if he did take your picture, you'd be mad because you told him you didn't like pictures and he insisted on doing it anyway.
That's not true. Like, I have
Thank you.
I've told him, but he goes, I told him I don't like taking pictures, but with you, I will take pictures with. If you want to take pictures, I will do it. I will set my insecurity or my problems with pictures aside to take a picture with the man that I love. Absolutely. But he doesn't take that. He'd rather go run off and take pictures with all these other little females, but he won't come up to me and be like, hey, let's take a picture together. I'm not going to say no to him. Like, why would I say no?
Maybe I'm too old. Is that a thing? I mean, like when you have a girlfriend, are you supposed to say, hey, baby, take a picture and let's post it? Is that what happens? He's 27, so he might know.
Yeah.
It does happen.
It does.
It is a thing.
His
Unfortunately,
Really? It's a thing.
it is. That's
So
today,
if you
that's
don't
today.
take pictures with your lady, she gonna say something to you?
I want to stay here. I don't want to be on that side. of it.
So that answers your question.
I'm old-fashioned.
You and
Okay.
me both, apparently. Apparently. Do you see that she's insecure about that? And don't you see it would be an easy resolution to fix that every once in a while with her?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah? Yeah. What do you think is her biggest problem? Is she insecure?
She's a detective. She's a secret FBI detective. She's an agent. Like
She's like a secret agent.
yes.
She tracks
If
your
she
every
wants
move.
the information, she can get the information. She's GPS tracked me before using a tracking device
Okay. Well,
on the car.
Well, I think that's a good thing to explore. Let's talk about the lengths she goes to make sure she knows where you are all the time.
He was at another woman's house.
Were you at some woman's house? Couldn't stop talking before, now he ain't got no word first for me. So, Mr. Jackson, you say Ms. Tubbs stalks you and tracks you. Tell me what she's doing.
She has every single one of my friends and family, close family members on social media to where if they post anything of what we're doing or where we're at, she automatically knows what I'm doing.
Where you
First
are.
of all, they
Yes.
add me. Don't get it twisted. Don't make it seem like I'm just
Let
hunting
Mr.
your
Jackson
family down.
finish.
It's
Don't make
her
it seem-
who
No.
does the requesting. It's her
No.
who goes through their social media to keep tabs. She basically keeps tabs on me. Like,
you were
Well,
honest.
Ms. Tubbs, do you keep tabs on him
Yeah,
through
because
social
he
media?
has cheated. He has entertained inappropriate conversations. So of course I'm going to do that. Like,
Tell
why?
me about the time you caught him cheating. Or
Well,
if it's multiple
let me
times, tell me
talk-
multiple stories.
Well, the GPS that he's talking about, I didn't know it was a GPS until something happened with my truck and it alerted me that something was wrong. I found out
not
it was a
true.
GPS.
That's not true.
Shush.
The truck
so
never had no
something's
problems.
yes, it did.
It did have
Anyway,
any
so
problems.
I'm downtown with a friend.
Right.
An incident happens. I cannot get a hold of this man. Mind you, this man has his phone in his hand 24/7. So when he's not answering me because something is going wrong, it freaks me out. So I called one of his friends. I did ask him. I was like, hey, have you heard or seen Mark? Because y'all were supposed to be here. Well, his friend was like, I haven't heard from him. He didn't tell me
Was
that.
something wrong?
Well, he was at another woman's house. He was at another woman's house, and he just didn't want to tell me. He was supposed to be somewhere else, and he lied.
Were you at some woman's house? Oh, that's a yes. Couldn't stop talking before, now he ain't got no word first for me. So you were doing the wrong thing.
Not intentionally. It wasn't.
Okay,
it
so
wasn't,
then how? Yeah.
I was working.
Yeah?
And then work got canceled. Some things got canceled.
Uh-huh.
I got a phone call.
Yeah?
From a friend.
Okay.
They just needed help, advice.
I needed help. I was
needed to
downtown
talk.
in a
Hang
fight.
on.
So we go and I go over there and we both
At
just
midnight.
both just put our phones on the counter and we were just talking to each other the entire night. That sounds bad, but it's really the truth.
It sure does. I'm
It's
telling
really
you.
the truth. It's really the
That's
truth.
a long, slow explanation just to introduce the conversation. That's all I got to say.
When we have in-depth conversations, he doesn't put his phone down. He doesn't talk to me like that. He picks up his phone in the middle of an argument or in the middle of a serious conversation. He'll pause just to pick up his phone and look at it. So why would he do that for her? There was an incident going on downtown where I was almost in a fight with somebody, but he couldn't answer my call.
Who were you almost in a fight with?
With an ex's girlfriend.
She loved that drama.
Oh,
She
yeah, I can
loved
tell,
that
I can
drama.
tell, I can tell, I can
She
tell.
followed me outside.
Love
I
and
was
hip-hop.
trying to
Just
walk
like
away.
you followed that other girl outside that
Yeah.
grabbed his behind.
That was
You
the
live
problem.
that
girl
life,
who-
you will get hurt. I'm seriously, you continue to live that life, you will get hurt. Let me ask you this: how insistent does she get with the phone calls and the trying to get a hold of you? Is there a whole lot of that going on? Is she...
Oh, if she can't get a hold of me, she's gonna reach out to everybody. Like she's gonna make
So
sure.
she doesn't blow up your phone, she blows up your
She'll
friend's
blow
phone.
up my phone, and
That's
then when
not
she
true.
realizes she
That's
can't
not
get a
true.
hold of me through my phone, she'll go to this friend, she'll go to the next friend, she'll go to a family member.
No.
And then all of a sudden it's like, how am I getting all of this attention? How?
Now, do you call his friends and try to figure out exactly where he is at all times?
There has been 2 incidents where that had happened. One was that night where he was supposed to be and he wasn't there.
Right.
And then that same night, I called the other friend that he was supposed to be with. So yes, I have called his friends because I thought something had happened. Because if he didn't show up to where he was supposed to be, what's going on? What happened? Yeah, I worry for him. Yeah.
But she stays
So-
on me like white on rice all the time. Like
We live
I
together
can't
and we
even-
work
I
together.
can't even go to the
You
bathroom.
live together and work together?
We have 2 businesses together and we live together.
And you still begging for more time?
No.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
that's not true.
Yes. Yes.
Not true.
I'm not understanding what your problem is. I see your problem. I'm not understanding what your problem is.
He cheats. He entertains conversations with females. He receives nudes from females. He
Give
doesn't know
me
how,
the most,
He doesn't
the
know.
cheatiest cheat story you got.
So a woman, his phone was going off. He was asleep. His alarm went off. I went to pick up the phone to turn off the alarm.
wasn't an
There was
alarm.
a woman.
Alarm?
Yes.
Stop.
There was a woman blowing up his phone, texting him, calling him, doing all the extra stuff. Yes, I got into the phone because I knew the password. I go into it and
How'd
it's
she know the
talking about
password?
it's talking about them getting a room together, them having fun together, and them doing all this extra stuff. And that's not even the only time he's done it. He's gotten Snapchats from females in their nudes. Why can't you draw boundaries with females? That's okay to have female friends. I'm totally fine with it. But if you can't draw a boundary with somebody, then why are you wasting my time?
Okay, we're gonna take a pause for the call. We're gonna come back and we can see if we can move forward from where we are.
He say he's doing something and he lies.
I can't even go play basketball without her wanting to come and be my cheerleader there.
How am I supposed to not be insecure?
You need constant validation and assurance about his love, and that's not good. Would you be upset if your partner never posted pictures of you? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Ms. Tubbs, let me say, open your mind wide like a prairie. In order to feel safe and secure, in order to feel like he's not cheating on you, in order to feel like you're his lady, do you have to be in contact with him at some point or another? Do you have to know where he is? Does it bother you?
I just want him to tell me, like, just, hey, I'm doing this, and I'll be like, okay, and I won't text him. If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. but he's put me in a situation to where he's doing something and he lied. So how am I supposed to not be insecure, or how am I supposed to
Miss
be
Tubbs,
okay?
let me say this to you. Let me say this to you.
Okay.
People go places.
Right.
And then they go over here, and then they forget something, and they go over there, and they can't keep reporting to you. I think that you're insecure, and I think that you're like crazy on him because of the manner in which you've come across here. You when you were quiet, but when you started talking about the robbery, I can't find him, and I don't know where he is, and there was another woman. That means you've got adrenaline and cortisol all up in your system because he doesn't post that many pictures of me. I told him not to post pictures, but I don't want to post pictures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You need constant validation and assurance about his love, and that's not good.
Okay.
You with me on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something deeper in a minute. What would you do if your partner put trackers on your phone and your car?
Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
If you're chasing them and running after them and why don't you post my picture and where are you, they're like, my relationship is secure. They don't have to do anything to secure the relationship. They don't have to do anything to keep you. They don't have to do anything to tend your love because you're doing it all for him. And he's not afraid at all you're going to go anywhere. And he's not afraid at all that the relationship isn't going to work out because you are chasing after him all the time. So why should he do anything? He's just going to ride on the boat because you're doing all the paddling. Let go of the oars. Drift a little bit. You don't have to be around them all the time. You go with your friends, find something else to do. You get interested in your things. You get interested in where your mind, your brain, your kids. I think she would drive me crazy. I'd have left her a long time ago if I were you. If you were my son, I would have told you to leave her. But if you love her, stay with her. But it's all on you.
Right.
Be secure.
Okay.
Feel good. Be independent. Go look in the mirror a couple times. Look, see what you see there. You're gorgeous. Get another dude, no problem. But don't be crazy in his direction. You'll drive him away.
Okay.
Be interesting on your own.
Okay.
You with me?
Yes.
This matter is adjourned.
How does it make you feel when Judge Lynn tells you that you need this constant validation?
It's true. I mean, I've always known that. I've told him, make me feel secure and I'll be okay. Like, I'll let go of the reins a little.
Right.
But he has to play a part in it, too.
Now Judge Lynn looks at you and says, she's surprised that you haven't got up and left already. How does it make you feel when she says that to you today?
When you cage an animal in, when you let them out, you just want to attack.